Hello everyone, Brick Dark here. Today we're reviewing the LEGO Marvel Iron Man Monger Mayhem set, which has 3 minifigures, 479 pieces, and retails for $40 in the United States. So here we have the Iron Man figure. I'm just showing you this little base they provide, which uses the new Power Blast piece at the bottom, as well as a couple of other Power Blasts that you can shoot, and then they also include another version of the Power Blast, so you can have that if you so please. But now let's look at the actual figure itself. Is the Mark III, and this suit came out excellently. This is technically exclusive since the one that comes in the Iron Man Armory, which is a $90 set, has a different helmet, mold, and print. So it's nice that this is still technically exclusive. You can see here, it's very, very nicely detailed. It captures it all very well. Just little bits of gold here and there. This is the helmet they were using since 2012, but they have changed that in 2022 with the Iron Man Armory and Sanctum Sanctorum. Same head print that they've been using since Infinity War with the heads-up display and then confident smirk on the back. They also do include a hairpiece for Tony, which is just a pretty standard hairpiece. I think that... No, it's not the dog walker. I don't know where this hairpiece was introduced, but it's a nice little hairpiece. But always love getting new Iron Man suits, and this is a really nice one. Another exclusive figure is Obadiah Stane, who came out really well. I really like all the detailing they gave to his beard, and I think the expression he's making is pretty funny. Torso is just a simple suit design, nothing too crazy, with a slight little print at the back. Really nice to finally get this figure in LEGO, because he's the first MCU villain. Also included in this set is Pepper Potts, and she does come in the $90 Iron Man Armory set. Not a particularly complex figure, just a nice figure to get again. She does use Hermione's face, which I don't think works the best. It doesn't work great on Hermione, definitely doesn't work great on Pepper either. But that's it for the figures of this set. So the Ironmonger is a good build that's a bit too big. You see, here is Iron Man for scale. It's massive. It absolutely dwarfs him, which isn't how it is in the movie. It's a bit smaller, like probably to where the arc reactor is where the head should be if the model was accurate to size. But I still think that they managed to get a lot of nice details in here. It's just a shame that it's a bit too big, but that's not a huge problem for me, but I will get into some actual problems I do have with this. So, starting off at the bottom, you have the feet design, which has some nice arc reactors. You can adjust these toes as you would like. Some sticker detailing on the legs. These legs are on those socket joints, so you can adjust them as you'd like. No knee joints, unfortunately, but you can slightly move the feet, but not much. Then, moving to the side, you do have this 6-stud shooter, which is actually very accurate to the scene, and the way that works is you just turn this knob, and they fire off to get lost forever. But I'll just find all of those pieces later. But that is actually accurate to the scene, which is really nice, and you can adjust that. It's got a bit of tubing. They do use the gold ingot piece in gunmetal gray, which isn't the first time they're using it, but it's still always nice. On the other side, they do have this other shooter. I'm not really sure what it's called, but you just push that down and it fires out 3 studs. Then the rest of the builds of the hands are identical, and you can adjust the fingers and rotate the hands as you'd like. And you can also move them in the socket joints, well, not ball joints that they have. Then a really nice part is the arc reactor here, which has a sticker. That's actually a glow-in-the-dark piece, and we'll showcase that in a little bit. But for other details, you can actually rotate it at the waist, which was present on the $40 Hulkbuster from 2020. Got some sticker detailing, and that's mirrored on the other side. Then you also have these parts up here, which has more sticker detailing, and that's connected by some silver droid arms. Now, something that I think is really cool, but I just could not get to work, is these mechanical parts here. Ideally, you can move the arm, and this part right here will move in and out, but I just found pieces popping off anytime I really try to get anything real poses with the arm. As you can see right there, it just broke off. So I think that this is certainly something that they can work on and make better, but it's just not up to par with this set. You do have the printed Ironmonger helmet up there and a control panel. Unfortunately, you can't stand Obadiah up in the cockpit. You'll have to have him sitting down, which isn't entirely accurate, but this isn't a particularly accurate set. And you can see, looks pretty nice in there, though I'm not a fan of how just exposed the cockpit is on the sides. I don't think it's a particularly good look. But that's about it for the build of the Ironmonger. Let's see that piece glow in the dark. So I'm currently in a dark closet, and you can see it glows really nicely. And this is basically in complete pitch blackness. Glows really nicely. Really like this inclusion. Also included in this set is this little box of scraps, which has all the extra ammunition in case you lose any. Nice little print up top. That's a newer print, and you do get an extra one of that in the set. But that's it for the builds of this set. The box for this set is pretty large. You can see it's got Thanos, as well as the Infinity Saga branding, as well as the very nice comic book brick design. Flipping it around to the back, it's got that really nice Lego Thanos and a really excellent shot of the set. And on the back, you can see it highlights some of the features. Interestingly, not the firing feature on this arm, only the 6-stud shooter on this arm. The instructions have an ad at the end for some of the other 2021 Marvel sets. I have the Miles Morales mech and the Captain America mech. I have no interest in the Thor mech. Then I have every set on here except the Guardian ship, which I still don't know if I want or not. My main draw is the figures, but it's such a big build and it's so expensive. I don't know if it's worth it or if I should just buy the figures separately. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think I should do? So, overall, this set is alright. I really do like how the Ironmonger looks. Again, just aside from the open gap in the cockpit, which I don't think is a good look at all. The glow-in-the-dark arc reactor is a really, really nice touch. And you also have some accurate details like that 6-stud shooter with the Gatling gun that he uses in the final fight. And the figures are really nice as well. But there are a couple of problems with the set that I can't overlook. First off, the set is just too big. Usually bigger is better, but with this set, it's just a little bit too big. If they had made this a $30 set and had it come up to about here where the arc reactor is, or maybe even a little lower, I think it would have been better, and it would have been more accurate to scale, because as you can see here, it's just an unfair fight. Iron Man is tiny. And I actually compared this because I got the Iron Man mech with this. I actually compared the two, and the Iron Man mech actually scales pretty well with this. And so if you want to display it like that, that's certainly an option. And then I think the bigger problem for me is just the lack of posability you can do with the arms because of these parts right here. I really like the idea they had going here, but it's one that needs a bit more refining because as it stands, it limits how much you can move the arms, which is a shame. With all that said, I still give this set a 7 out of 10. I think it's worth picking up if you're a fan of the first Iron Man film, which I am, and I think this would look great on display. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.